Mr. Rogers, the beloved children's television icon, has a connection to Night of the Living Dead, the seminal horror movie that basically invented the zombie genre. Sure does. It's your old pal Devin Faraci. I'm here to talk to you about Night of the Living Dead and Mr. Rogers. Night of the Living Dead had its first screening today in 1968. The black and white film invented the zombie movie as we know it. Now, obviously, zombies existed before this, and there were zombie movies before this. The thing is that George A. Romero, who directed the film, did not intend to make a zombie movie. Nobody says zombie in Night of the Living Dead. It kind of got added to it. They were ghouls. They were cannibals. He called them cannibals. Anyway, what's the connection between this classic of horror and gore and beloved Mr. Rogers? I'm glad you asked. So the deal is that George A. Romero was living in Pittsburgh, and he was trying to make movies. And like pretty much anybody living in Pittsburgh in this period, and likely the entire time Mr. Rogers was on the air, Romero ended up shooting segments for Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood more specifically. And he shot a bunch of ones, including one about like how light bulbs were created. But the most notorious one that he did is called Mr. Rogers Has a Tonsillectomy. And Romero shot Rogers waiting in the waiting room, going back, getting sedated, getting tubes put in his mouth, having his tonsillectomy. Not graphically, because it was a kid's show, but he directed that. He called that the scariest movie he ever made. And the problem is you can't see this anywhere, unfortunately. But I will say that George Romero and Mr. Rogers stayed in touch. Mr. Rogers came to see Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead. When Romero asked him what he thought of Dawn of the Dead, Mr. Rogers said it was a lot of fun. And so that's kind of an amazing little connection. Romero says that basically this is where he got to start. And he really gives a lot of credit to Mr. Rogers to sort of helping him find his way as a filmmaker. By the way, if you watch Dawn of the Dead, so you can't see Mr. Rogers gets a tonsillectomy, but there are images of it available. And if you go see Dawn of the Dead, you might notice that a certain zombie looks an awful lot like, in this shot, looks an awful lot like Mr. Rogers getting a tonsillectomy. And just to make the connection a little bit odder, his name is Roger.